2-year-old Caylee Anthony disappeared on June 15, 2008. For 31 days, her family did not report the child missing to authorities. When the investigation finally began, forensics teams recovered detailed logs of digital activity and specific chemical markers of human decomposition. Despite these forensic findings, the prime suspect, her mother, Caylee Anthony, was acquitted of capital murder. This case serves as a study in the disconnect between a dense matrix of circumstantial data and the high burden of proof required for a conviction. To build their case, the state relied on two primary pillars of evidence: digital behavioral artifacts and physical chemical signatures. Investigators attempted to bridge these two datasets to form a unified theory of premeditated murder. We are going to deconstruct how this forensic model was built and analyze the specific points where its logic failed to satisfy the jury. The central challenge was establishing that a digital footprint of intent could legally substitute for a clear physical mechanism of death. The model began by testing the suspect's alibi. Caylee Anthony claimed a nanny named Zenaida Gonzalez had kidnapped the child, providing police with a specific apartment and corporate office address. Investigators cross-referenced these claims against digital location data and regional corporate databases. The records showed neither the apartment number nor the corporate office existed. State records further confirmed that the nanny herself was a fictional creation. The entire alibi branch of the logic tree collapsed. By systematically falsifying these claims, digital forensics established a clear consciousness of guilt, moving the focus toward the physical search for the child. That search centered on the suspect's vehicle, a white Pontiac Sunfire. After the car was towed, investigators noted a distinct biological odor coming from the trunk. Forensics experts used an air sample extraction process to analyze the trunk's interior environment. The analysis identified specific chemical signatures uniquely associated with human decomposition. This chemical evidence elevated the case from a missing persons report to a homicide inquiry, providing a physical anchor for the state's theory. To find solid evidence of premeditation, forensic analysts carefully extracted the hard drive from the family's shared home computer. The browser history revealed specific queries made months before the disappearance, including chloroform and foolproof suffocation. Analysts recovered a cluster of related searches, including neck breaking and internal bleeding, all logged around the same period. These queries provided the state with a digital map of potential intent, suggesting a plan for the crime was already in motion. Because the computer was in a shared family home, investigators had to prove who was actually at the keyboard during these searches. The defense argued that the searches could have been conducted by Caylee's father, George Anthony. Forensic analysts cross-referenced the search timestamps with physical location data and specific user login credentials. The analysis showed the searches occurred while Caylee was the only person logged into the device and present in the home. This attribution tied the digital premeditation directly to the suspect's timeline, providing the state with a crucial link in their evidentiary chain. At this stage, the state had an interconnected case: a dismantled alibi, a chemical signature of death, and a digital footprint of intent. 6 months after the disappearance, utility workers discovered the victim's remains in this wooded area near the suspect's home. Due to the environment and the time elapsed, the remains were skeletonized. This meant medical examiners could not determine the physical pathology of the death. The central data node, the mechanism of death, remained empty. Without a confirmed physical cause of death, the digital and chemical evidence was left without a biological foundation. The trial drew intense media attention, with much of the public anticipating a conviction based on the volume of deceptive behavior uncovered. However, the legal standard for capital murder requires proof beyond a reasonable doubt. This demands a definitive link between a suspect's actions and the physical cause of death. The defense focused on the missing pathology, arguing that without a proven cause of death, the state's case was purely speculative. The jury delivered a verdict that captivated the nation, an acquittal on the first-degree murder charges. This case remains a landmark in understanding the limits of forensic data. A browser history can prove a timeline of intent, but it cannot legally bridge the gap left by a missing physical mechanism of death.